And there's other things to do in this game. There's life skilling, there's hunting for treasure pieces, grinding for infinite pots. Like, the game has a lot to do. Oh, I'm very excited. Once we're done with this quest line, we can go hit 61, and we can grab our Black Star stuff. And enhance for our second pennant, Black Star. Which we should have enough money to do. Fingers crossed we get lucky, because I kind of have some other ideas. Do you remember have like housing systems? Yeah, there's a ton of housing systems. So let's just go into Velia alone. All of these you can purchase with contribution points and make into your own house. That's for one city. You can do that for Alta Nova. You can do that for Hideout. The housing system is actually pretty cool in this game.
Welcome to Splashing Point. Don't disturb the peace here. Welcome to Splashing Point. Don't disturb the peace here.
My man's geeking over here, my goodness.
Loyalty, quick. That's what loyalty is. Quick. Loyalty, quick. Towards loyalty, quick. That's what loyalty is.
I think we're able to copy gear now. Yep. Alright, that was the last big quest we needed to do before we could grind out our 61 now. Which will not take long. Not take long at all. Especially with all these buffs we're gonna have. Alright, I need to figure out... video crystal setups. Hold on, sorry guys. I'm just checking out. Alright, so we wanted 2 rebellious spirit. I can't afford that shit! Nah, brother, I need an early game build. Actually, hold on. We can use the well to make this a little faster. Okay, I found a really good video on crystals, so we should be good on crystals once we get to that point. I'm guessing fishing are a bit of a grind and you make more and more money as you get higher level, or like fresh and... So the way fishing works is that there's not like... Different spots do give different fish, and the less people in a slot, the more fish you'll catch. But you can AFK fish in the game. So you actually don't need to like sit there and focus on fishing. You can actually just like do it online, or like while you're sleeping or while you're at work. And yes, there is a skill to it. The more you fish, the higher your skill, and the more mastery you'll get from this. And there's also items. So there's the Manos fishing. There's things like the Manos fishing chair, which gives a ton of mastery. It reduces the cast time for auto fishing, so your AFK fishing. It increases your XP. Manos. There's the Manos Fisher Clothes. This is going to give you increased fishing mastery. It's going to improve your overall fishing. So there are items that do give you fishing mastery as well. Manos, thank you very much. Manos accessories give you all life skill mastery. That includes fishing. So there's ways to increase your overall mastery with it. We want to go to... So we want to go to the Caltheon Abyssal Vein. There's no baits, but there are different types of fishing rods. However, the best fishing rod you're probably going to get is the fishing rod from the seasonal progression called Fugar's fishing rod. It's got a ton of durability. It's a free fishing rod, helps with your mastery. So honestly, the best fishing rod is probably going to be the one you're going to get from just doing seasonal progression. Oh god, where did I say I want to go again? And Calpheon. Alright, let's go ahead and hit 61 now. We've made so much progress today, boys. There's also a fishing event going on. Oh, thank you so much for the follow, Zero. There's just no said thank you very much. Termian fishing event location. So, shout out to John Law. He makes absolutely incredible video content. Up here, if you fish at this area, you can get event fish and stuff like that. I think this is going for a couple weeks. So yeah, I would head over here and fish here if you're gonna fish. This is top, like, right around here, I believe. There's also a quest that'll show you where it is, so. Yeah, the bait thing, it'd be cool if they added, like, a very profitable, like, way of actively fishing. But there's other active ways to make money with life skilling, such as gathering and stuff like that. So it sucks, but it is what it is. But yes, if you look at your recommended quest, I think there's an event quest for the Termian Beach event going on. Man, for those also watching, if you're new, you get a free Radiant Fairy, which a Radiant Fairy gives a tier 4 fairy. Fairies are very important. You can also get fairies from Lila's Petals, which you get from just grinding, and then you can trade them in for a random tier fairy. 2 Lila's Petals equals 1 fairy. Yeah. Make sure you guys are focusing on your fairies, because they are going to be very important. The one skill you want from your fairy is called Miraculous Cheer 5. It's a very important part of grinding that you have a pet with Miraculous Cheer 5, as the pet will, or your fairy will automatically use potions on cooldown if needed. They're very nice. Yes, the daily rewards. If you're a new player, the welcome rewards are massive, super helpful. And burn that, burn that, Burn that. Burn that. Grab all these. And let's get to grinding, boys. I'm at Trader's Graveyard over here at the Mary's Cave. I really like this spot for XP. Not great for skill points, but very good for XP. I do not have a meal going on, do I? Oh, marketplace. Make sure we actually pop our meal too. So this will probably take like an hour roughly. With all the buffs we've got going on, it should not take that long. And once we hit 61, we're gonna be doing some enhancing. Alright. There is actually a thing called Arena of Solaire that is a 3v3 PvP with equalized gear, and there is leaderboards for like that. There's also guild leaderboards for node wars. There's a ranking system for your amount of skill progression and stuff like that in the game. So yeah, there's a lot of competitive aspects to the game for sure. Nope. What classes are running Arena Solaire? I'm not sure. I can, once we're done with this little grind session we've got going on, I will go ahead and we can check the leaderboards and see what classes are doing really well right now. But I know there's people of every class that if you can get really good at the class, trust me, you'll be fine. Obviously, some classes are better than others. That's just, you know, part of the game. Oh yeah, this is gonna take like no time at all. Oh yeah, 100%. If you have any questions about how classes play, by the way, I played every class in the game up to at least 61. So I have a general idea on like most of the classes I can help out with. Oh yeah, this spot, like I said, very good XP. It's a little hard because you can take a lot of damage here. And you gotta track a lot of enemies, but it's really good XP. Oh, and I'm also not the very best at this class by any stretch. I got a lot to learn with this one. How's Dosa? So Dosa is very solid early to mid game. Really fluent, fast movement. I know right now he's struggling a little bit of an end game, but he's still doing just fine. For early game, he's a monster, especially early to mid game. So up to like that 725, 750 gear score mark, you're gonna be absolutely monstering. Very solid in PvP. If you like ranged and almost died. If you like ranged and a sword, there's always Ranger. Ranger Awakening transitions from a dual sword or a dagger, a short sword dagger to a bow. She uses both, and she's really fun. I really like Ranger. Succession, I'm not actually too familiar with the succession side of things on Dosa. That's one of the few succession classes I haven't touched. He's very good though. I'm pretty sure the succession does pretty well. He also might not be a succession class. No, I'm pretty sure he is. I was gonna say some of the classes are like they're succession and their awakening are like intertwined, so you can't actually pick one or the other. But now that I think about it, I think Dosa is actually a class that is separated. But people really like them. People really like the succession stuff. I mean, technically there is a maximum gear score right now, but it's so incredibly high, no one has reached it. I'm pretty sure it's like 800 something. If you were to get every AP buff, every DP buff, every like upgrade, which not a single person in the game has, I'm pretty sure. It's like 800 something. I'm not quite sure, honestly, because no one's ever seen it. Yes, I am on Twitch. I am at the DCat on Twitch. The D K K is AT. Unfortunately, the Dirty Cat was not. It's currently not available. I think it's like in a limbo with Twitch, because no one has the name. So I've been reaching out trying to get the name. And until then, yep, the DCat. But yeah, if you see someone with like 800 gear score, like they are like the peak of the game. Thank you so much for the follow on Twitch, man. That's all. Dude, I really gotta say thank you so much for the support on the series, you guys. I did not expect the series to do so well, but you guys are clearly loving it, and I'm also having a lot of fun with the series as well, so I'm excited to keep going with it. So thank you all so much for the support again. I will do my best to explain everything, kind of suggest what you guys might want to do, answer questions. Once we kind of grow the stream a little bit, I plan on doing some events. Like, we might end up doing, like, PvP events where we, like, have a tournament. And it'll be, like, teams of 5. We'll do, like, 10 teams of 5. And, like, maybe I'll do, like, a reward for the #1 team. I'll, like, give them each, like, 1,000 pearls or something like that. So we have a lot of fun stuff planned as the channel continues to grow. But yes, so just a heads up for all watching. Monday and Tuesday are my days off, so I won't be on tomorrow or Tuesday. But we will be back on Wednesday at 12 p.m. And then we'll be on our regular streaming schedule from 12 p.m. to 7 p.m. Central Standard Time through Wednesday through Sunday. So you guys will get lots of content in next week. Again, I will be playing the game off stream still. But once we stream, I will go over everything that we've done. Would avoid any kind of like serious like enhancements or anything like that. We'll save that for stream, so like people are in here for it. But yeah, probably just grind for some silver. Maybe start up on the Land of Morning Light quest line, because that's a lot of questing, and maybe I'll try to get that done off stream because it's not super exciting. I gotta remember to stop doing that. Yep, I do stream full time. It is my job. At least I'm trying to make it my job. I do a business on the side, so we're not like broke. Don't worry, we still have funds coming in. But yeah, we're gonna just continue to focus on the stream. Oh, I can't wait to get our Black Star stuff, man. We are gonna be eating good as soon as we get that. I'm really hoping the deck Tuvala goes well too, so we have some money left over for starting our crystals. And then hopefully we can grab a Kudum's Art. That would be pretty great. Are they like skin? Yes, so there are these things called outfits. A lot of them are only limited time. There's quite a few that are in the shop permanently. There's also events where you can get free outfits, and there are also free outfits in the game that you can grind for. So there are outfits that are free that are grindable. If you use loyalties, you can get a free premium outfit for any class for 10,000 loyalties, which you actually get from a code. If you go to garmoth.com, they have a list of all the codes going out right now. There's one for 10k free loyalties, you can get 20k free prawn stones, so there's some good stuff. There are definitely some good ones that I would definitely recommend picking up. Outfits also go on sale a lot, so if you really want to outfit, there's a good chance you can get a coupon for it, or it'll go on sale. There's not a whole lot of things that you really have to spend money on in the game. So, there are things that are helpful, but the only two things I would recommend is the tent, which you can get a 50% discount and make it really cheap. The tent is super helpful and important. Otherwise, getting tier 3, tier 4 pets is pretty important. Okay, let's try a different server maybe. This spot wasn't that popular when I ran it, or like before the old days. Guess people are finding out how OP the XP is here. If I had to list out like my favorite classes though, Kunoichi is definitely up there. Witch has always been a favorite of mine. Ranger's really cool. I'm really liking Scholar. I never played her that much, but she's actually been a lot of fun. Hishashin I think is super underrated, and his Awakening especially is just the most badass shit ever. Sork has always been a favorite of mine. Oh. Like, how do you beat that? The style points are unreal on Scholar, bro. But these outfits they are working as armor directly, or they are cosmetic skins that apply over your actual armor. There are, so some of the endgame armor, all the armor does have its own visual appearance. So if you like the look of like the armor, and I'll even show that with the Black Star weapons, they actually do look really cool. So don't ever feel like inclined to spend money on the game, especially for cosmetics, because you can very easily get cool looking armor and stuff like that just playing the game. But yes, most of the outfits are cosmetic. They do have some effects, like some of them decrease the chance of losing crystals. They give you a small amount of skill and combat fame, or XP. Sorry, that was the Albion and he coming out. That's another MMO I play quite a bit. Taking a break from that one though. But yes, it's cosmetic. And it is an override for your outfit. Oh, big freeze. You know what surprised me about this place? It is a surprisingly good Kaffir Stones location. Without a scroll, I'm like averaging like 40-some Kaffirs an hour. That's a lot. The raw silver is not good, but the Kaffir Stones are really good. Oh! Ignore that, guys. I'm a good gamer, I swear. Okay, I gotta remember the combo for that skill, because that shit is fucking sick! Oh, I'm so excited to hit 61, guys. We are gonna have some fun when we get back to Velia. By the way, if you go to the Quran quest for graduate, combined with the infinite potion. Oh, gotcha. I actually have those in my bank somewhere, so perfect. I didn't know that's what they did. Because, yes, we are going to be focusing on two things. We're going to be focusing on the infinite pots. And we're going to focus on getting our cup pieces for our accessories, which you do in the Elvia grind spots. If you don't know what those are, I will show you guys those later. Not the most efficient silver spots, but getting the infinite pots is going to be very important. Hey AOD, how's it going? Hope you're doing well, friend. Yeah, since you can get 20 feet, it's just as great. Yeah, dude. You guys definitely focus on getting those 50 pieces. You will beat yourself up for not doing it during the event going on. Alright, let's grab some. Yes. Only be thing is that you need to do each weekly twice because they don't. Yes. There's nothing that you do have to do the weeklies twice as they do not stack. So just a little heads up on that. But trust me, you are gonna want to do them. No, usually there's almost always like an event or even multiple events going on. Some of them are to boost your progression, some of them are silver sync, some of them are cosmetic events. But usually there's almost always something going on. I think 2 more graves and we should hit 61. I mean, we'll probably stay here until we're done with our hour, just so we're not wasting the scrolls. And for autonomous elements from figure out while doing this, end up giving it. Oh, there you go. Also, if anyone's curious on another great way to get autonomous elements, Ollie's gives a shit ton of them. Got a nutty amount of them. How did I do that? If I miss cosmetic, when are there chances? There are usually odds that they return. A lot of the events are around anniversaries. They're like summer events, winter events, the Calpheon Balls, which are like their big announcements. They usually have a couple of those a year. So yes, there's almost always a good chance whatever you miss will come back. Oh. What am I doing? I promise I have to, like, I'm good at the game, I promise. This color's kind of weird. Because their stuff doesn't really flow together, so you're, like, looking for, like, a lot of individual cooldowns, so I'm not used to spacing out the cooldown and stuff stuff like that. So yeah, I could just also be bad at the game. Yeah, my favorite events are usually the fishing ones. I like fishing. Fishing is like my favorite side game or side hustle in any game I play. Triple day for fishing. And cosmetics, can they be sold and bought like a marker? So there are two different kind of cosmetics. Sometimes they're called event cosmetics, where they put the event tag on them. Those cannot be sold on the marketplace. However, if they have the premium tag to them, they can be sold on the marketplace. Outfits usually range from like 1.7 build to like 2.3 or something like that. Be wary though. It can take a while to get in order for a outfit on the market house. People use them for crawling their gear to prevent it from downgrading when they're trying to enhance. So they're very hot commodities. They're not just used for the cosmetic purposes. And that's where the big pay-to-win aspect of the game comes in. Is to get a lot of prawn stones. A lot of people have to buy them off the marketplace, which means people have to be buying them off the store to sell on the marketplace. So I will say that that is the biggest pay-to-win portion of this game. But let it be heard that you can easily grind that kind of silver out easily anyway, so I don't feel like it's required to spend money. Again, play the game without spending a dime. And there's always events for outfits and bronze stones and stuff like that. So if you're just patient and realize that it might be a little bit before you can progress gear while you're waiting to get the silver, the outfits, the bronze stones, waiting for events to come out, you'll be fine, trust me. Oh my god, what am I doing, bro? I really gotta get used to this class's flows. No, it is a very small effect. Paid cosmetics, the actual cosmetics themselves are not massive or like required to play the game at all. They're almost at the bottom of the list of like, if you're going to spend money, spend it on what? So do not feel pressured to spend money for outfits, trust me. And that's level 61, let's go! '61, baby. 61 is pretty much like, once you're 61 on a class, you're open to like all things within your gear range. Opens up all your starter gear pretty much with the Black Star, and so yeah, 61 is very exciting to achieve. So we'll stay here for a little bit longer. I don't want to, you know, my scrolls to go to waste, so. We'll stay here for the extra 30 minutes. Get the extra XP. By the way, you guys might be tempted to sell the Yarmouth's Heart from the event here. Don't do it. Please keep it. You're gonna want it so badly down the line. And outside of events, it's nearly impossible to get them off the marketplace. What they do is you put them in your awakening and you can get 2 extra crystal slots, which makes a big difference, trust me. Especially once you get to those endgame crystals that have such a massive impact. Albeit they're expensive, most certainly. Alright. Wait for it. And Black Star. And our free Tep Black Star, which we're gonna grab in our sub weapon or offhand. Boom. It is going to be for our awakening weapon. And boom. Big awakening. Yes. So this is gonna be a little bit too explained. So each class has 2 sets of weapons and weapon skills. So for Scholar, her main hand are these 2 hammers. You can see these skills here. And then her awakening skills are the large hammer here. These are 2 sets of different skills. So you have a main hand weapon, awakening weapon, and an offhand weapon. So they're equally important. However, depending on what your class, if you're playing awakening, you want to go awakening. If you're playing Succession, you want to go main hand. Succession means that you're giving up your awakening skills to use your only, pretty much like increased main hand skill. You do get some additional main hand skills on top of it. But yes, there is a difference between main hand and an awakening. Oh, you can tell that damage is So, when deciding a class, you definitely, there's 2 things you want to look at. If you like the main hand gameplay, and if you like the awakening gameplay, and what you're going to focus on when you do decide what to play. I almost always play awakening on classes. I personally am not a fan of most of the Succession skill lines, and I feel like you're really missing out on a lot of the class when you're playing Succession. I just think all the awakening weapons are just so cool too. But a lot of people do like Succession. And a lot of Successions are just flat out easier to get good numbers with too. Because you're not swapping between 2 weapon lines. Which means that your weapon or your skill modifiers are usually a little crazier. But there is upsides to playing Awakening as well, trust me. So you can actually, you don't have to pick it. You can freely switch between Awakening and Succession. If you wanted to try both, there's no drawback to trying both. You don't unlock your Awakening until you're level 56, and you have to do a quest line to unlock it. And then after you finish your Awakening quest line, then you unlock the skills for the you unlock the quest line to unlock the Succession and their enhanced skills, and then you can really go between the two, deciding which one you want to play at any given time. So don't feel like you're locked into one or the other. At the end of the day, you're gonna have Pen Blackstar for your main hand and your Awakening, so there's no reason to not switch between the two. Like, you're not gonna be like hindering yourself by doing so. What am I doing? Playing Ring Around the Rosie. Oh my god, you can immediately tell the difference with my Black Star now. I know a lot of people say to go main hand Wake or Black Star first on Scholar, but I feel like all of my big skills are my Awakening skills. Like, I'm almost only using... I mean, I'm using both, obviously. Yes, and you don't. There's not really a true decision. Like I said, you can always, no matter where you are in the game, you can swap between the two sets. So don't feel like you're pressured to pick one or the other. Back when I played a bunch of Sork, I would switch between Awakening and Succession all the time, just because I really like playing both. I want my fairy. Ow. I mean, we could probably go do the fairy quest quick. I don't know if I have to do the Medaya quest line to do the fairy. I'm trying to remember. I don't think so. I think you just have to do the main quest line. I said I was gonna finish my scrolls. It's fine. We're missing out on like 19 minutes of my scroll. Um, I think. I think we do this one. And I think we should be able to pull if we have any. There we go. So we can at least get a fairy. And we'll unlock the quest to get our Radiant Fairy once we actually have that unlocked too. You know, I didn't do my dice yet. I got 7 dice. Let's roll the dice. 4 dice. Wow, Batman. Hey, I will take those sharps. We're gonna need a lot of them. Like I said, we will take those sharps. Deck 2 Vol, fail stat. Perfect. We're eating good, boys. We're eating good. Look at already have to do 72 AP. It's just so crazy. And we're gonna get those numbers up, baby. No, so let me show you examples. So let's go take a look at Hashashin, for example. We have the for Hashashin, you have okay, that one looks stupid as shit. I don't like that one either. You've got stuff like this. You've got stuff like this. You can have more deserty themed ones like this one here. This one here. You have this. You can go to warrior. And every class gets access to like these kind of outfits too if you wanted to do something lighter. But warrior can wear stuff like this, or he can have like the heavier armor looking ones here. So there's tons of outfit variety for classes. So you're not like locked into a certain style or armor look. So yeah, don't worry about that. Don't you worry about that one bit. So many Kafra stones, man. Speaking of, are there any really cool outfits for Scholar that I might consider down the line? I kind of want something with like a hood. Hey, yo, that kind of fire though. We got... Damn, Scholar doesn't get any love. Do you like that outfit? Scholar's a forgotten class. Who? I ain't gonna front. Bro, that's kind of schnasty. I like that. Maybe one day. I get that? Maybe. Like I said, this is not going to be like a completely free-to-play account. I'm going... I'll drop some coin here and there for cool stuff. Yes, sir, you sure can. Let me show you here. Let me pop this open for you real quick. So let's go look at my armor. You can click on the like pieces here, and it'll highlight what pieces you're dyeing. And then you can go to Immerse Palette here. These are all free as long as you are have a value pack going, and you can change these colors all you want. It's a very deep dye system. Have you ever played Terra? Dude, yes, I miss Terra. I used to play so much Terra in high school. I played Slayer and I think it was called Reaper. And I would lead the battlegrounds all the time, dude. I loved Terra. Oh my god. Terra was just so mismanaged, man. They had something amazing on their hands and they threw it away. The bastards. I loved it so much, man. Terra was the bomb. That's what got me into MMOs, really. Terra was like my first real MMO. Yeah, so there's a subscription. It's not mandatory to play, but with the value pack subscription, you get increased inventory slots, storage slots, combat skill, life, mount, XP, increased weight limit, plus 30% silver collection from marketplace sales. You get an item collection scroll daily, unlimited use of Murph's Palette, which is that dye, unlimited customization to your characters, increased barter refresh, minus 10% parlay for bartering. Otherwise, there's two different kind of currencies. There's a currency called loyalty. You get 300 loyalty daily, and you get it a lot from like events, daily rewards, codes and stuff like that. And they usually have events going on, like you can get free premium outfits from this, enhancing supplies, inventory expansion, weight expansion. And then there's the actual paid currency called pearls, which is what the rest of the shop has. I did play old school when I was in like elementary, middle school, but I wasn't like super into it. I think I played for like a month, and I like hit like 40 combat stats, and you know, like I dicked around a lot, but like I wasn't super invested in RuneScape. I did love it. Like I did have a lot of fun playing it, but I didn't get really into RuneScape until later in life, like a few years ago. But Terra was like my first, like, I played the shit out of that game.